Good morning. Sunday morning, bank holiday. Bank holiday Monday tomorrow. We're not away. We don't usually go away on the bank holidays anyway. It gets a little bit too busy for us. And Sarah's working anyway, so she's been working the past 2 days. But she does have a lot of time off these days, so brilliant. Not doing nothing on the old van today. Simple fact is, people have worked all week, the bank holiday's here, they don't want to listen to one of the neighbours hammering and doing in the garage. I don't mind doing this type of stuff in the daytime, in the week, in a working day, but I've got to be a little bit respectful to the neighbours. I've kind of, but I will just give you a little rundown of what I've actually done. I have, I'll spin you around a little bit. I've got to be careful of my filming because this camera, I kind of often, I'm always filming my logo. So you see me hearing quite a bit. I appreciate that, I know it. Unfortunately, when I'm waffling on, the camera tends to wander over there or there. And yeah, I haven't got a wide angled video thing. This is just my cheap Panasonic camera. I think I paid a tenner for it. It does me. I don't need anything else. Let me spin you around and show you, okay? But yeah. Right, okay, so this is, I've just kind of laid this out here where we're kind of going with it. That's kind of some rough idea of what kind of that panel's going to be kind of like. It's going to be bent in there, pushed into to go to that shape there, etc, etc, and this has got to be cleaned up. I took that heater bowl off there. That's why it's all rusty there, because it's been under the elements of the weather, going constant water going down there and then dribbling out of there, which obviously it then goes down and outside. That's the new slam panel. No, sorry, that's the new front panel, which has got to go on here. The slam panel should be in the vehicle somewhere. So when I'm doing this front end here, I need to kind of offer these up and kind of see, you know, if everything's going to go. I've got the bonnet out the back garage. The bonnet's here. Okay, so I've got a little bit of work to do on that bonnet, etc, etc, and I'm also going to make up the decals, a new decal set for it, because I do like those decals. So I will be doing those myself, and that's nothing I can't do. Let me just spin you back round. Okay, yeah, so that's nothing I can't do, those decals, and you know, even if I don't think I can do that long. I did actually get rid of my big cutter. Simple fact is, I wasn't using it. It hadn't moved. It hadn't done anything for about, it must have been 5 or 6 years. So I actually got rid of it. I haven't got a tape measure just to measure that there, because I can only do, on the cutter I've got now, I can only do up to 600mm, unless it's split, and then you can do it in 2 parts, etc, etc. But that is an easy cut, so I could probably cut that by hand. You know, it's one of those, isn't it? But yeah, it's a bit nippy today as well. But yeah, so that's where we're going with the front end of this vehicle. I may mark up this the front panel, because I'm actually putting some holes in the front of that to give it that RS lookalike, and then I'll lower the number plate. I appreciate it's a van. I appreciate it's not an RS, and I appreciate it's only going to have an 1100 engine in it, drum brakes, and yeah. But that's, nevertheless, it's my vehicle, and I want it looking how I want it to look. It's as easy as that. You know, it's my thing. Yeah, so there may be some bits I can do if I get a little bit, you know, in a bit, I don't know. It's now kind of, oh God, what time is it now? I haven't done nothing this morning. It's actually 11:15, and I've actually done bugger all. It's a lazy Sunday. and I've got a few little bits I want to get done in and around here. Slowly getting through some jobs which I left last year. I've done a couple of bits for my mate who walks up the road with his dog, which is a couple of, I did him a football, I won't get it out, but I've done him a football mug and a mouse mat. He likes his football, so he's a nice guy, he's a lovely chap. I did him a couple of t-shirts the other day. And then he says, "Oh, I wouldn't mind one of those for my sister." Well, right, okay. Yeah, okay. It's one of those. Just going to try this former out as well. I've actually got two of these. Let me just spin you around. I've actually got two of these formers. I bought this one for parts for my one, which I've got in my kind of art room. But basically it actually works superb, although the vacuum wasn't vacuuming as good as it should be. And it turns out to be the top plate is kind of a little bit kind of bent. I presume it's been lifted by it and it had bent it up. So I've actually straightened that out a bit, and I'm now going to try that shortly in a bit just to see if that's vacuuming now. Because I stuck it on Facebook and whatever, blah blah blah, because obviously it's it's a fair chunk of change, and I'll probably plough that money back into my Escort van. You know, it's I didn't pay a lot for that, but if I sell it for what I've advertised it for, then I've kind of tripled my money up. But we'll wait and see. I'm not really fussed at the moment. So yeah, but I'm eager to try that. I will try it. We'll see how it is. What else on? Oh, just got to make up. We need a coat rack or something here because the coats hang on the radiator through the winter time and it stops the heat going up and blah blah blah. So I've just kind of cut a little bit of timber, and Sarah bought some hooks, which were these kind of hooks here. So this all that is a little bit of skirting board, and we bought several hooks just to put on here. So I'm going to do that. She's been waiting a while for that to be done. I do bits, but I do them as and when. A few years ago, I'd have probably hit this stuff straight away, and it would have been done straight away. But these days, I'm a little bit more relaxed. It's one of those. It'll get done. Did I put sugar in there? Yes, I did. Yeah, so it'll get done when it gets done. I am going through these bits and pieces and getting these little jobs done. The van has took a little bit of priority, but even though I'm not spending a lot of time on it, sometimes I'm just not motivated. But it's one of those. I'll get there. It'll get done eventually. Eventually. I find now it's how old am I? I can't even remember. 63. I guess life seems to be going by a lot quicker, and is it too late to be doing this type of stuff at my time of life? I don't know. I've always been interested in this type of stuff. I've got all the tackle to do it, most of the tackle to do it. I do enjoy it, it's I guess, yeah. Sarah loves the garden. I've got to go out in the van in a minute and just check the van over. Not been in the van for a little while, so we're going to check the van over inside, see if there's any vermin been in there, etc., etc. The garden's looking nice. God, it's a bit warmer in here. The garden's looking nice, slowly sorting this little bit out down here because we've got a lot of plants that I've got to go over to my daughter's, which we're going over tomorrow actually, Bank Holiday Monday, to do a couple of jobs. I'm going to do a couple of jobs for her, and you know, just she wants the shower thing back up, which has come down or broke or something or other. She wants a washing line up and some little odds and sods, which we're going to go over and do. Sarah's going to put some plants in, and yeah, we're taking the laurels over. We actually bought some laurels for the side of our garden here, but somebody was nicking them. So I took them all back out and we put them all in pots. I thought I ain't putting shrubs and plants in outside and to make the environment look a bit pretty if somebody's going to nick them. You know, it's, yeah, what a waste of time. So yeah, yeah, you know, anyway, it's a society we live in, isn't it, today? So yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of plants going over tomorrow as well. So I'll probably go over in my little caddy van, and Sarah will probably go over in the in her car. So yeah, anyway, but the garden's looking very nice. It's coming on very well. I want some giant. I do like the hostas. It's one plant that I kind of like. And I want some hostas. I want some giant hostas. I have been looking at some on the internet, and yeah, so I might just get some of those. But I don't. Sarah said she would try them from seed, and I said, okay. They can be pretty difficult to germinate from seed. So apparently. So it's what I'm thinking is maybe get some little plugs or something. So there is a Farmer Gray or Farmer George or somebody blah 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 from wherever he is in a different country. About 22 quid for about 9 plugs. So I think is what we're going to do. We're just going to buy those, and then, you know, the reviews were pretty good on them. That they come pretty healthy as well, and you know, etc. etc. So yeah. But they're the giant, they call them a giant T-Rex hosta. So, lovely. But anyway, doing a few bits and pieces for my daughter at the moment. She's getting married in July, so, you know, she wants some arty things around the tables, and she's done like a display as you go in, welcome to our wedding, blah, 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 blah. So I sublimated a white sheet which she was going to staple onto a board, put it on an easel for the entrance, you know, welcome to our blah blah blah, which obviously we done yesterday. Sarah was working, so my daughter come up and we did that, and it was nice. Yeah, it's just nice to spend time with them as well, you know, and yeah, so happy days for that. So she took that away, pretty pleased. So she's going to try that out, and hopefully that works out for her. Yeah, other than that, I'm just going to plod on today. I'm just doing bits and pieces, I think. Not a great deal going on. This is, yeah, I don't know. Waiting for Sarah to retire. She's got another 17 months to go. So, and then that's her done. But Sarah's 60. She recently had her 60th birthday, so 17 months she'll be retired at, you know, just before the age of 62, so that's good going, and then we can get out more in the van and you know, adventure out a bit. Did I tell you we're going to we've booked up for France? We've booked up for France in July. I can't remember if I said that on another video. I have done quite a few videos, I've just not uploaded them. So I don't want to throw them up on YouTube in one go, so I'll probably put them on in dribbles and drabbles. Yeah, but we are going away, just an update anyway. We are going away in July. We're going to France. We've booked up, we've paid for the ferry. We've got Ruby in the pet lounge on P&O ferries, which is good because I won't leave her downstairs, down the bottom. Do they call it a hull, do they, in the bottom of the boat? I don't know. She won't be staying down there, so it was either the Eurotunnel or the ferry, but she's allowed to go through a pet lounge on the ferry, which we've paid for. She was 16 quid each way, which is, you know, okay. We've had a rabies jabbed, which lasts for 3 years, and we've just got to get the health certificate done, which will be done at Folkestone. Just got to phone those up. That's on our to-do list this week to get that kind of up and going. We've got 2 months kind of thing to get that sort of planned out, so we need to do that. I don't usually work on a diary, but that's something you need to do and get that slotted in with the dates and stuff, so everything goes hunky-dory. I don't know if they do everything off the tag on her, on the chip on her, if we give her that code or whatever. I don't know how it works, or whether or not they can get it from our vets. I don't know. The information that's on her thing, and then we take her down, they just look at her, and they have to worm her off, I recall. I'm sure they worm her before she goes out, and then obviously she has to get wormed coming back in at a vet, so it's another bill at a vet's in France. We was toying with the idea of actually going through Belgium on the way back, or maybe, but it's a little bit of a distance if you're coming back through Calais. But if we could get to Belgium, if we was in plenty of time, we could actually use a vet there and actually apply for a pet passport. Now apparently the pet passport can be given in Belgium. It can't be given in France unless you own property in France. And the pet passport will be a blessing if we're going out there, you know, 2 or 3 times a year. I don't know, but that's, you know, and that saves on the house certificate. So the house certificate lasts something like 90 days, I think. So 3 months, I guess. So yeah, and the pet passport from Belgium allows you to travel through France and other countries as well. So something like that. As far as I'm aware, I haven't looked into that yet, but it is on my to-do list. Dribbling now because I'm getting excited. Hopefully the trip will be super fine when we go. So we are getting out a little bit more before that trip as well. But we've just had a lot going on, so yeah. So hopefully, yeah, we'll get there. We are having just quite a few short trips, you know, days here, days there. Sarah's off week, she's got 4 days off after today, which we're going over to our daughters, and then we've got stuff to do around here, or Sarah's, and then she's back in for 2 days, or 1 day, I can't remember, and then she's got 6 days off when we're going away again, so I don't know where we're going yet, but yeah. But yeah, okay, so I'm going to love you and leave you. Just a little update on what's going on. So yeah, bits and pieces today. Happy days. Love you and leave you, and live long and prosper and all that sort of stuff. Catch you later.